Good morning, everybody. So we got a lot of rain yesterday afternoon into last night, so it's nice and wet. Figured this would be a good time to come over here, rake through my ashes, see if I can get a fire back started and start burning all this material right here. Once I get that piled up, I'm gonna go over there and start taking some more trees down. I think I have several logs over there I need to cut up, or trees I need to cut up and bring those over here. Tyler did come over here one day last week and finish grading all that right there. So pretty much all that is ready. I just need to get all this mess cleaned up and burned and keep continuing on clearing that back. See if we can get some more logs out of here. But it's got to dry out a little bit because it is very wet right here. This red clay, when it gets wet, that's some slick, nasty stuff. So I was able to get my fire back going, and I'm gonna stack up all this dry brush that I separated out last week in preparation for doing this. I think the wind's blowing where I need it to blow for right now. It's gonna be a little bit of a hindrance later on because it's blowing right over there where I've got to work, but for right now there's really not much wind, and what is blowing is going away from me, so I'm not gonna complain right now. Grabbing all this dry stuff that I laid over here and putting it on top of what's burning. Get a nice hot fire going, then I can put those bigger logs back on top and my stumps. Just keep cleaning up everything. I'd like to get this area cleaned up today and everything piled on here burning down. I've got a lot of debris all in the way and I would like it gone. Sycamore log. I don't think I'm quite ready for that just yet. I don't know. I'll probably put it back there in the back and just pile everything else on top of it. At least that'll get it out of the way. Hopefully the fire will spread through there and burn that up. Stuff's had pretty good time now to dry out. Like I said, this project is not an everyday project. It's a couple days a week here and there when I have some wet days and I can't work on my grading jobs. It's nice to save projects like this to be able to fill in the time on. That way I kind of always keep something to do. It does kind of drag the jobs out, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Especially these jobs, you can't really burn when it's dry because you'll end up setting the woods on fire. It just kind of all works out. Other than this log just not for me to grab it. Oh, that's a good grapple full of dry stuff there. That'll really get going. Well, I'm going to keep piling everything up on this pile and get a raging fire going. Because right now the wind isn't blowing much and everything is really wet from yesterday's rain. So I'm going to take full advantage of that. Try to get rid of as much stuff as possible today. As you can tell over here, there is a bunch of stuff to clean up. Just got to grab it, get it in the fire. Grab all this stuff on the outside edge of the pile first because it's set here and dried out the longest. It's had the heat from the previous fire, so it is definitely going to be drier than anything else that has been laying over here to the side. Get a little dirt out of it. Once this thing really gets to going, it's not really going to matter too much, but start off, I'd like to get all this stuff that's kind of got mangled in here cleaned up and stacked in the pile a little bit better. This stuff is really dried out. Alright, well, let's keep carrying on. So I've gotten a lot of stuff piled onto the fire here, and now I'm kind of getting some more of these stumps and logs piled up there. I've been on the phone a lot this morning, talking with that company that Mike got his Volvo parts for his truck. And they do have what I need to fix mine. I just got to decide which route I want to go. If I want to go with used or rebuilt, which is about a $10,000 difference on $10,000 some dollar part. So do I want to spend $10,000 or $20,000, and then if my core isn't good, probably another $5,000 or $6,000. So we're pulling I got my mechanic down there on the job site today. He's pulling off the drop box, and we are going to make a decision if we can get parts to fix it, or am I just going to have to replace it. So yeah, going into Monday, spending a lot of money. It's great. But you have a lot of equipment that comes with the territory. I've been pretty blessed. This is one of the first few major repairs I've ever had to make, so hopefully it doesn't start a trend. Those are big expenses for a small company. I don't like the way the wind's blowing right here towards me now. So I'm not gonna go back. I'm not gonna go back downwind and grab any more brush. I have gotten all of this stuff piled in there, and I've gone around the pile and got stuff from the back too, so definitely making progress. Knock a little more dirt off this before throwing it up there. Figure out which direction it wants to go today, so move this bucket out of the way and not spill it because it's full of diesel fuel. I did bring 2 buckets of gear oil from the changing of the off-road truck. So I'll probably just throw that in there just to get rid of it. Because I've got, that was interesting. I've got plenty. I ended up with like 40 gallons of oil between the oil changes and doing the axles. I need to get rid of some of that. And this is the easiest way to get rid of it because it's gone in like 2 minutes. We'll go around to the other side of the pile. I don't know what the wind's doing. I really want to grab all that brush right there and put on it. But I don't want the ashes falling on top of me. This machine is covered in oil from flowing those hoses and full of leaves. That's not a good recipe to be working downwind of a fire. Alright, let me go over here and stack some more on there. Well, that's getting toasty. I've got majority of those stumps, all this here on the pile, everything over there, and about half of what was piled up over here. I'm gonna let that burn down a little bit. It's getting about as high as I can reach with the excavator. I know it's kind of hard. Well, you can kind of compare the dozer over there. For size there, that's gonna give me a little bit of time to get on the chainsaw. I'll run around here and cut all these pine logs up that I laid down the other day. And then when I'm done with that, it should be about lunchtime. May stack the fire up, go grab lunch, come back and clean up my logs, grab some more of that stuff right there, pile it up on there, and try to get rid of as much as I possibly can today. I had to walk back to the excavator and grab the camera. I came over here to get closer to the fire. You can just hear it howling. It's a hot fire when you hear that sound. In fact, I can't stand here much longer. That stuff will burn down quick. I'll let it die down, then I can grab this stuff right here. But yeah, for right now, that's just gonna have to sit there and die down a little bit. Back from lunch, the pile has burnt down pretty good here, so I'm gonna grab some of this stuff, clean my cup holder out, so that's not sitting there squeaking. See if we can't get this back going here while the wind, I don't know which way the wind's blowing, but it's currently not blowing over top of me, so. And there's a fly in here. Now it's blowing over top of me. Stupid wind. Bunch of logs, too junky for logs, sellable logs. I hate flies. I'm going to kill this thing. Got it, I think, maybe. Oh, the wind's changed. We're in a bad spot. Today's going to be one of those days where we just go from one side of the burn pile to the other and smoke just chases us around. blend again out of the ashes. I'll let that catch up for a minute. I don't think it really needs a whole lot of catching up, but die down a little bit. I guess I'll just go around to this side, work over here for now. So I'm gonna drop a couple more trees here. One more pine tree I'm gonna take down. That should be enough to finish to get one load of logs out tomorrow before they go bad. Give me a little bit of time for that fire to die down a little bit. So I took that one down, a couple more over there. May try to come down here with the dozer and shove all that stuff up the hill a little bit farther, so I'm not trying to walk it so far. Maple tree and one pine tree, and that'll clean that property line up. We'll grab those two big poplars right there and then kind of diagonal my way across there. It's a little bit of a ditch right there, and he doesn't really want to mess with that. Leave well enough alone there. Well, that'll open up this huge spot right here, which should turn into a nice section of pasture. Some pretty topsoil down here, unlike everything else. I'll go ahead and take down the maple tree and pile it over there. Timber. Back here, branch. There we go. big timber. Timber. I'm gonna push it and then catch it, pull it around, drop it right here on top of that stump. Bam! Right where I wanted it. Cut a log or two out of that. Clean everything up. Roll on. So I'm gonna probably go jump on the dozer real quick, see if I can push those piles up. And we'll just see how well that works. Then probably stack some more stuff on the fire and cut these trees up. And that would be a stump. So I got a lot of that brush pushed up a lot closer. Took a few more trees down. Just went over there and cut all those up. I'm gonna jump on the excavator now, stack that pile onto the fire. The wind keeps changing. It seems to be blowing this way and kind of to the west a little bit, or to the east. Wind's coming from the west. As long as it kind of stays like that, it's really not bothering anything because there's nothing over there. So I want to put some more on there. Fire's died down pretty good. Let's stack some more stuff on here and get this thing back going. Pile it up one more good time. It's 3 o'clock. That way it can die down before I leave and I don't have to worry about a huge raging fire. I just need about an hour or so for it to calm down before leaving. Other end of that pile, since the wind's kind of blowing that way, and work our way down. Ooh, it is hot right here. The AC belt on this machine needs to be tightened up. I keep forgetting to do it because it's been cold. Cut it on, it just sits there and squeals, and you can't tighten it up after the machine's been run because it's so dang hot up there under the engine compartment where you gotta kneel down to get to it. You can't lay there. So we got that all natural air conditioned today. Flies are out in full force today. Probably the last warm day for a long time. Nice to have a majority of this stuff put in the pile and burning today. I have burnt a lot of stuff. letting it burn. Pull some of those stumps off tomorrow and kind of restack them. Knock any dirt off of them. Let them burn again. Just got to keep them in the fire so they get hot and dry out. Well, I almost got every bit of that in the fire, but I need some fuel. I'm running on fumes, so I don't want to run out of fuel next to the fire. So I'm gonna put some in the machine here, go over there and grab what's left over there. And I gotta grab my logs from down there and finish piling them up here. I should finish up my load for tomorrow. Come back over here tomorrow. I'll probably start up here, get some more of these trees down, start dropping them back this way. And I may take the dozer and push all that over there, because after tomorrow it's going to start cooling off and it's more fun to run that when it's warm outside. Well, sun's going down, time to call it a day. I was able to get all my brush, everything that was over there into the fire, everything that was over here into the fire, all my stumps, got all my trees that I had knocked down, cut up, stacked up, took down a few more, got those cleaned up. Pretty much all that. So pretty good day today. Come back tomorrow, go around the pile, restack everything, and then probably start in that corner and work my way back up, knocking that stuff down and getting some more trees on the ground. I measured it out, I'm at about 3.25 acres cleared. We're shooting for about 5, so I got about another 1.75 acres to clear. Maybe 1.5 acres. I didn't quite measure all that I've actually already cleared. So I'm probably gonna work that way over there, because he may want to do a horse arena right here, which I would need to take this out hillside, cut it down and push all the dirt over there. So we'll just have to see what it looks like once I get that section over there cleared out.